Hello and welcome back to another Fate Granddaughter video. So yeah, we'll be continuing with Mahoyo event. So yeah, I did something with my mic settings, so I don't know why, but it's not taking in as much sound as it normally does. So I think an update break that up. So if my mic sounds low, it's probably because of that. I didn't have enough time to fix it for now, so I'll just check it if it's fine. So yeah, just give me a sec. Hmm? What happened to my game sound? Just give me a sec. Okay, it should be fine. So yeah, let's continue the story where we left off yesterday. Yesterday we discovered that AOKO was killed, but the reason she died, we still don't know why she died. Plus, uh, the person who killed her, she sent him somewhere in the time after this, so we still don't know who the killer was. So yeah, and we ended it on this open air bath at the roof. So yeah, let's continue. Sky Room, Act 3. Can't heal with hot springs. Okay. Yikes, that was too close. I barely managed to shift in time. What the hell is this thing? It doesn't obey the laws of physics. You can never tell what it's about to do or something. When it's about to do something. It attacks constantly and I have no idea what it even is. And the worst part, analyzing denied. Debilitating denied. Deliberating. Evaluating denied. Diagnosis denied. Denied. Is that it speaks our language? Ah. I can just dodge its attack by teleporting, but it won't. But that won't stop them. And if I mess up even once, I'll be dead. There is one thing I can do to hold it back for now, but it's not giving me time to pull off a big move like that. If it would just let up for 2 seconds, then I could. It knows that. It knows, and it's planning on keeping this stalemate going forever. How can I stay focused? 5 days, 10, no. How long can I stay focused? 5 days, 10. Then again, I don't think I can afford to worry about that. That magical energy wind is spreading even now. As at this rate, it won't be long before the whole world becomes a desolated wasteland. I can't stop this thing by myself, and there is no one else who can help me either. Some big deal magician are. No matter how much people fear or idealize us, in the end we are only humans. We are not nearly powerful enough to stand up to a potentially world-ending disaster on our own. Still, it's gotta run out of steam eventually, right? Seriously, what the hell? Are you seriously telling me it's a star from outer space here to destroy the world? The star twinkles as if to smirk and say, damn straight, resistance is futile. I'm going to destroy Earth and there is nothing you can do about it. Fate was not on her side, nor did she have any way of changing it. In a few minutes, her limbs would jar, harden, decay, and crumble like dust. All will despair at this outcome. All has been lost to this destruction. Here in this amber crater where the star fell, there was no brilliant miracle that would save the magician's life. Morning, Ved. I take it you slept like a log. I'd say it was so quiet and peaceful, like a log and baby. Glad to hear it. I slept well too, and I feel great. So now that Aozaki's death has been solved, we can finally focus on finding the Holy Grail after we had proper breakfast, of course. Good morning, Senpai. Good morning, Sojiro. You are both bright and early. You are both up bright and early today. Morning, Mash. I guess we are, huh? It's still only 5. Damn. This bright at 5. Everyone's up. Nice to see you all keep a healthy lifestyle. I hate to rain on your parade, but I've got some bad news you need to know. AOKO was just found dead on the second secret spring. Come to the public bath as soon as you can. How? Damn. I can't believe this is happening again. I don't see Aozaki here, so it looks like that really is her. What's the situation here? Who found her? I did. She was in our room when I woke up, which gave me a bad feeling. I came here to check on her and found her like, well, that. I was still coming to gripes with it when Kumanon came in to open the spring and he told the other guests. How horrible to think we have had people turning up dead 2 days in a row. First there was a body at the Spring of Youth, now there is one in the Spring of Romance. At the Spring of Romance. The great one must be cursing us. He must be furious with us for tainting the springs. Although, hang on, who is this person anyway? Her face is too mangled to identify, but she seems to be wearing the same outfit as the victim from yesterday. You think so? It's just the least big. You think so? It's just the latest big city fashion. You see this kind of outfit everywhere nowadays. Oh, I see. I guess that explains it. Then she must be a burglar who decided to sneak into the springs. All the guests are safe and accounted for, including yourselves, of course, so it couldn't be any of them. So what's the play now? Did you want to gather everyone for questioning again? No, I doubt anything's changed from yesterday. They still won't be... They still won't have any way of verifying their alibis. I take charge of the crime score until the police gets here. You okay with that, property? Fine by me. Better you than me if the police have a problem with it. Alright, I'd better get back to it. See that the body is brought to Hell's Pavilion again, will you? I'm a little reluctant to say this in front of deceased, but don't worry about it much. Better to be blunt about it than say she's going to come back again, right? There, I just tracked down the traces of my magical energy. This must be where I died. Yikes, what happened to me? My whole face has been smashed in. How the hell did that happen? Oh Alice, you're here too. That's great. Can you tell me what's going on here? That neutral face. And that's everything that happened so far. Thanks for catching her up. Kuunji and I have too much of a headache to keep our thoughts straight. I hope you appreciate what Wade is doing for you, Aozaki. Most people wouldn't be nearly as gracious to someone who went and got herself killed twice in 2 days. Good point. Sorry for all the trouble, Wade. Still, thanks to you, I have a good handle on the situation now. Let's not waste any more time. We'll start by going around and questioning all the other guests one by one. That's why you didn't gather them all in one place, right, Tabimaru? If anyone insists they were just sleeping last night, even suspicious testimonies will shake by thanks to the peer pressure to not rock the boat. It's better to talk to people one at a time if you want to hear their full alibi. Right. We should be treating the search for my killer and the search for the Holy Grail separately. It sounds like there was a lot of time wasted by not doing that yesterday. Today we don't need to bother looking for my killer. We should just focus on learning why the other guests are really here. I don't buy I don't buy for a second that they are actually here for exercising the Kumano in spirit. They are here for other reasons and it's up to us to find out what those are. I guess we did end up kind of sidetracked yesterday. Is it okay if we prioritize the Holy Grail? I agree with AOKO. We still don't know where the Holy Grail is, but if we can find out what the other guests are really doing here, we'll be able to determine which of them would need it. Exactly. So let's get this started. Not so fast, Aozaki. You stay here. Yeah, I swear I don't know how you can be so smart but always skip over the last crucial part. Think about it. How do you think people are gonna respond to a dead woman asking them questions? No, we'll launch you when we know what target to point you at. Like a missile? In the meantime, we'll stick to just me with Mash and Sojiro again. Sorry about that. In the meantime, we'll stick just me with Mash and Sojiro again. Fine, makes sense. I guess you and I will be holding the fort down then, Alice. Huh? Alice? That's fine. I don't have anything else to do right now anyway. We got a Holy Fear here. We got a Holy Fear here. She wants in on the investigation too. Just yesterday it was all about how boring it is to mind the store. What do you say, kids? Think you can make room for Alice too? Not that she'll be much help. She is way out of shape to hold a conversation to save her life and... Kuonji, huh? Yeah, that could work. She's practically a walking lie detector. The only problem is I'd rather not go around in a group of 5. Too many or too few of us will put people on their guard. Alright, let's split up. With you go with Sojiro and Alice. And I'll go with Mash. Why that arrangement? Sojiro's your servant now, right? So it's his job to keep you safe. You'll also need him to interpret for Alice, so that's why she should go with you too. As for me, I don't mind going off on my own, but like I said, acting alone would invite suspicions too. So I need someone to come along to be my note taker, which is where Mash comes in. Sorry about this, wait. Makes sense. I don't think... Now, I see. If we all agree, then let's get started. Mash and I will take the new building. You three take the old end and outside area. We'll meet back up here in Skyroom in the afternoon and compare notes. Alright? Let's get to work. Okay, souvenir shop. It looks like there aren't any guests staying in the old building. Okay, so bunny, sheep and fox, I think. The closest we saw was Yoshisuke eating old-fashioned ramen in his office. Likely because the hot springs are closed. Most wouldn't want to come to a place where 2 murders occur in as many days. Let's head outside. I don't think we'll learn anything new in. perfect timing. I was afraid I have to go back to my room empty-handed. Excuse me, miss. You've been filling in at this shop, yes? Would you please wrap up one of these adorable horror monster plushies for me? Excellent taste, madam. But they actually come in sets of two. If you could please wait here, I'll go prepare another one. So these are all handmade. I knew it was worth coming. This is your chance to question me, you know? Right, we can tell you. Right, well, can you start by telling us your name and address? I'm Ryoki. I came here from Mifune, Tokyo with my family. But who cares about that? I take it you two are college students, maybe here as part of some club activity? I work at a detective agency. I thought my partner Tsukiji explained as much yesterday. Oh right. I'm sorry, you two seem so different from the other guests that I just assumed. You are not like the rest of us who came here for reasons we can't share openly, right? You have reasons like that too. Oh my, why did I say that? Perhaps I'm a little more giddy than I thought. Think about it. The proprietor said he'll reward us for every spiritual disturbances we eliminate, right? But isn't that just common sense? Of course, people are supposed to be paid for their work. That's not enough to attract this many of them. Oh yeah, good point. Not to mention that genuine psychics are in very high demand. They'd have no reason to come all the way out to the mountain just to find work. For that matter, most real psychics wouldn't come near this place. They know all too well that there'd be no match for spirits visible to the naked eyes. So you are saying nobody here is a real psychic? The other guests may be able to dispel evil spirits, but very few of them could truly be called exorcists. No, I suspect they all have very different professions, which means they aren't here to banish ghosts and earn money. Thank you for waiting. Here's your set of talking twins, Tweedledee and... Is something wrong? Wade and Shizuki look a little tense. Everything's fine. We were just making small talk. Thank you. I'll take good care of them. Goodbye, detectives. I hope you try bringing this topic up with the other guests as well. Phew, she's finally gone. I was ready for a fight, but I am glad it didn't come to that. Did you know her, Alice? No, I only met her here in the sun, but I can tell she is the real deal. She has the distinct air of a professional spirit slayer about her. When it comes to killing spirits, she's probably better than any of the other guests. Killing, not banishing. How much better are we talking? Well, for example, if the entire new building becomes possessed, I'd bet she'd handle it by cutting the whole building in half. Okay, mission 13 I had already.
自分今回は普段よりおとなしいんすよね。空気読んで黙ってるっていうか、
Strange strength
一芸さんにクオン自邸の品位が疑われかくしてシャバゾートマスターは次の任務に向かうのであった。次回マホヨコラボ第21話 煮込まれたオカルトにご期待ください。
Okay. Can't heal with hot springs. Honey, anybody, save me, help me. What a heart-wrenching cry for help. What a saintly cry. Saintly. I'm coming from right over here. Come on, you two. There is a girl under attack by evil spirits. What was that look for? Okay.
真正面から堂々と
Oh,
俺は
Galen.
魔術師を誤解していた。
ずいぶん含みのある言いぶりね。アクセル
お願いです。
見つけた。
Interesting.
これくらいやれるチャンスもらえ。
オプシお願いですか。
したか。
素直にもう悔い改めなさい。
これくらいの発展途上ですので。見つけた。
さて
あれね。せーの。
出勤だ。行くぞ。
甘いわね。
Gil cool.
赤いトゲは茨のごとくな。
戦いはここからです。
Give it about the Lord, forgive me, for I am innocent. Follow Atraxia through, okay.
宝具。ああ、切り札か。
最新の魔法を見せてあげる。
Fashion
あったま重視加速。どこまで行け。最新の魔法を見せてあげる。サポートして。
Okay. This enemy with no sound is still creepy. Only the sound of wind can be
最
heard
初の
in
底から
the
今はの年へ。フレーン層をひとまたぎ。お待たせ。ちょっとだけ地球を救いに帰ってきたわ。そういうところよ。
やっ
遅い。
それ。
乗ってきたわね。まだ
お
展開。
願いですか。
逃げられると。
Okay.
試練あっての人生でしょ。もっと無知が欲しいのでしたらご予約お願いします。
Well, we got rid of the evil spirits, but what were they? Don't worry about them. Those were just the residual thoughts of some ruffians I taught a lesson to. They must have followed me all the way to this mountain to get revenge. I mean, out of sheer gratitude. What's that? Sounds like stalking, you say? Indeed, that's exactly what it is. But I suppose that's the fate of an idol who rescues lost souls. Anyway, thank you for showing up in my hour of need. I'm just a poor, helpless woman of the cloth who doesn't know a thing about fighting. I don't know what I would have done if you hadn't showed up. Good thing we happened to be close by then. Not a time. Maybe God has a hand in this too. Oh my. Indeed. I couldn't agree more, young man with an innocent face, trusting smile. You know, if I may be frank, you are exactly my type. Something's not adding up. If you are so bad at fighting, how did you teach those evil spirits a lesson? Well, I usually work with a partner who chase off the ruffians for me, but they have other business to attend to right now. Seriously though, how long are you going to keep hiding? Oh, but enough of us. Was there something else you wanted to talk to me about? You're Karen, the exorcist, right? Can we ask you some question? You want to know the guests' real reasons for coming to this hot springs? Yes, I know what they are. But for a woman of cloth, I can't go around speaking of other people's deep, dark desires. You need to save those for the confession booth where you can take your time, or it would be a waste of a good meal. Be careful, Ved. This is the kind of person who's better to keep your distance from. Don't worry, I know another devil just like her. I know I'm familiar with another devil who looks just like her down to the name. I can't believe it. Did you just call me devil? Oh, I'm sure he was just speaking figuratively. Your face is practically screaming. How did you know that? Not that I need to. It seems you are all skilled mind readers as well. Very well, let me make a deal. If you agree that we'll never had this discussion, then I'll answer your earlier question. Having said that, revealing other people's secret is something trashy priests do, so I'm only going to reveal my own. I'll leave it to you to determine whether or not my circumstances apply to anyone else. I'm an exorcist, but as I said before, I can't actually banish evil spirits. I can only banish demons. Huh. Is there a difference between evil spirits and demons? There is. Evil spirits are from a karmic retribution caused by human actions, while demons are beings beyond human comprehension caused by the outer flow of evil. At any rate, I can't do anything with evil spirits, so then why did I come to the springs? To bring a certain scoundrel to justice. To capture a con artist who only claimed to be an exorcist. Oh, and that's why you are an exorcist. Sounds awful lot like bounty hunting to me. Indeed, which is why I'm not partaking in the rewards for exorcising evil spirits, no matter how much I wish I could. Sorry, could you explain what makes this exorcist a con artist? I mean, question of style or spiritual power aside. As long as they are actually able to banish evil spirits, doesn't that make them real enough? Good question. Upstanding young man, as my mentor once said, there is only one thing that makes an exorcist a con. Using exorcism as a pretext to appropriate that household's property. Indeed, stealing wealth is the most evil deed there is. So those are your true feelings, or rather, your core principle. Can't say I'm surprised. Anyway, you are saying that's why one of the guests came here, and you followed them here in order to capture them after the fraudulent exorcist commits their crime. That's right. After all, I'm sure they are not after the five secret springs. Didn't you didn't you think it was strange that these so-called wish-granting springs all only confer on very specific benefits? Any wish where the results are predetermined is no wish at all. Good point. I was wondering about that myself. I I know getting younger and finding romance aren't easy things aren't things I'd want someone else to give me. Right, but the Kumana hot springs still became famous for having wish granting springs. Why is that? Because there is a sixth secret spring that Proctier hasn't told us about. One that really does grant any wishes. That's why the other guests are here. They want to use that spring. If it really can grant any wish at all, then some people would be perfectly willing to pretend to be an exorcist or even commit murder, don't you think? A secret spring that really can grant any wishes. If that's true, then that must be where the Holy Grail is. Is something wrong, Shizuki? I thought I just saw someone staring at us from the top floor of the old building. Oh my, how frightening. I knew I shouldn't have spoken about other people's secret even if I was only speculating. Alright, I have something I want to look up in the reference room, so if you'll excuse me. Let's go take a look around the old building, Sojiro. Thanks, Reed. Let's hope I was just seeing things. Okay. Inverse reflection room, okay. Oh, multiple mirrors. It doesn't look like anyone's here. Maybe we got here too late. I guess that was a waste of time. I'm sorry. Not necessary. Someone's coming up from downstairs. Huh? What are you people doing here? Are you having a trust here in this haunted spot? Oh, it's just you, Yoshisuke. Yoshisuke, don't scare us like that. We thought you were the bad guy. Bad guy? You mean the one responsible for the murder this morning? Don't be ridiculous. I don't have the guts for something like that. More importantly, what are you all doing in this inverse reflection room? This room is part of our big 5 ghost stories. Really, this place. It feels a little spooky, but that's all. Yes, this is one of them. There was a rumor once that the daughter of the inn's former proprietor had an affair with one of the bellboys. The proprietor was furious. He had the bellboy banned from the premises and confined his daughter to this attic. Said he would never let a shameless hussy like her set foot outside again. His daughter wept and said it wasn't her. She had no memory of doing anything like that. But as the eldest son of the prestigious family, The proprietor wouldn't hear any excuses from a woman, not even his own daughter. In time, the girl became mentally ill. She would go on and on about how it hadn't been her in the bellboy's room, but her own reflection from the mirror. Eventually, it came to light that the whole bellboy business had been made out of a whole cloth by the head clerk who couldn't stand him. But by then, the proprietor's daughter was already gone. Not dead, mind you, gone, vanished into thin air. As you can see, the only way in and out of this attic is very staircase I just came up from. She was gone with the wind, even though an apprentice was assigned to stand guard. But to this day, even now and then, you hear sounds coming from this attic. See the mirror covering that wall? If you come up here when you hear those sounds, you can still see the innocent girl, covered with bruises from her father's beatings, walking inside the mirror, saying, "It wasn't me, it wasn't me." You're way too good at telling these ghost stories. Sorry about that. I may have put my showbiz days behind me, but old habits die hard. Anyway, let's get out of here. Just because it's daytime now doesn't mean we are safe. The spirits have a way of coming out wherever the sun decides to hide, and it looks like it could be getting cloudy very soon. Then before it gets dark, tell us, do the Kumano Hot Springs have a sixth secret spring? Where did you hear that? From one of the guests. They said it can grant any kind of wish. Why didn't you tell us about that, Yoshitsuke? Why would I? I have never seen any springs like that myself. I only ever heard from the former proprietor said it existed. He said there used to be a road leading straight to hell there. In the room of no openings. Believe me, I'd like to get that door open if I could, but nothing has worked. I was hoping that one of the psychics who made their way here would be able to figure it out. But after 2 years, only a number of cursed psychics to show for it, I've given up. But a monk in training who once stopped by here did have this to say. To reach the omnipotent spring, you must need an omnipotent chalice. Use the chalice's wish-granting power to open the door. Haha, ridiculous, isn't it? If I had a chalice that could grant wishes, I wouldn't need the spring in first place. Omnipotent chalice. Could that be what's beyond the room of no openings? I think it's time we went back to the sky room. We didn't learn anything about AOKO's killer, but we learned a lot about the Holy Grail. Let's go see what AOKO has to say about this, if there really is a spring that can grant any wishes. Then I'm sure she'll know what kind of wish it granted. Okay. An omnipotent secret spring that can grant any wishes at all. Any wish at all, huh? Let's see. There is the spring of youth, the spring of romance, the spring of male transformation, the spring of happy home life, and the spring of stiff shoulders annihilation. If the spring changes every day, then you'd think there would be a different one on the sixth day as well. But Mr. Kumanon said he'd never seen the sixth spring and can only guess that it's past the room of no opening. If that's true, then the spring would be in this omnipotent spring rather than with a person. But nobody can get through the door without a grail, right? So, if the omnipotent spring is actually the Holy Grail, that would mean you need a grail to get a grail. It's like a catch-22 riddle, or maybe the Holy Grail was never relevant in the first place. Wait, you and Mush said that using a Holy Grail creates a singularity, right? You and Mush said that using a Holy Grail creates a singularity. But the Holy Grail here isn't being used yet. That's the only way any of this makes sense. And that would mean that something other than a Holy Grail created this Kumano hot spring. Kumano's singularity. Damn Tobimaru. Damn Tobimaru, for a guy without much paranormal experience, you really are a quick study. Why are you just a detective again? Because I am a quick study. Anyway, this gives us two leads. Whoever killed Aozaki this morning and Aozaki One's statement about how the world would end if something isn't done. I think we'll arrive at that answer sooner if we focus on those questions instead of looking for the grail. So, how about it, Aozaki? Why did Aozaki One say something like that? Look, I'm AOKO 3, remember? I have no idea what AOKO 1 saw or where she came from to get here. Not yet, anyway. But if I were to guess, I'd bet AOKO 1 was actually there, at the spot that'll bring about the world's end. And she probably came here to Kumano Hot Springs because this place has the key to stopping it. That's all I can say for now. Maybe someone made a wish to destroy the world? So if the wish granting spring is where the end of the world begins. The logic checks out, though whether someone could easily make a wish like that or not is another story. Still, if someone did make a ridiculous wish like that, there'd be a number of ways to grant it. If what causes the world's destruction doesn't exist in this era, they could simply have it come from another world instead. Like that self-styled rock singer over there. Or maybe the wish breaks a fundamental rule of the world. If something impossible were to happen here, it could introduce cracks into the foundation of humanity, the texture this world is built upon. That would definitely destroy the world. You know what I'm talking about, right, Mush? Yes, it's like when a tiny result in a total system shut down. Right, for example, it could be something like bringing the dead back to life. Then, does that mean you are the culprit, Aozaki? Dying once wasn't enough for you, huh? AOKO's magic isn't true resurrection. It's more like scamming time itself, so that doesn't count. More importantly, what about the room of no opening and 1-1 was it? If a mountain spirit that's been worshipped here for long time has the power to grant wishes, then whoever tries to misuse that power must be responsible for the ending of the world. And if 1-1 really is as the legend describes it, then it wouldn't need a holy grail to grant a wish. Things are finally starting to come together. The enemies after the omnipotent spring, and they probably mistook Aozaki for a rival when she showed up bright and early at the spring, so they murdered her. Huh? You mean I went to the hot springs first thing in the morning more than once? What was I thinking? Oh, in that case, we learned something useful. While Tsukiji and I still were going around questioning people. It was kinda hot last night, so I opened the window and get some fresh air. And I heard arguing coming from the hot springs. I couldn't tell who it was. I couldn't tell you if one of the voices belonged to that AOKO lady or not. But the other voice definitely belonged to Bazet. Bazet? Bazet doesn't have a room of her own. Of course she doesn't. She's staying with Karen. If Karen wasn't in her room, then she's probably just out somewhere. That nun's the most gung-ho about exterminating evil spirits by a long shot. Karen said she was going to the reference room, so her partner was Bazet. Just give me a sec, I'll be back. Come on, Veed. We might still catch her there if we go now. Oh, is it time to capture someone? Then I'm going to. You don't mind, right, Tobimaru? It sounds like we have got a possible suspect now, so yeah, fine. I'll go secure Karen and Bazet's room in the meantime, just to be safe. We might run into them on the way too. Sorry, Veed, but I'm going to have to borrow Masha again. She's the whole package, smart, quick on her feet, and can handle ghosts and spirits no problem. There is no one more reliable here. I'd be glad to be your bodyguard. I'll be glad to be your bodyguard, Tsukiji. Just make sure you keep Master safe in exchange, Sojiro. What are you going to do, Alice? I'll go with Wade. If he's going to the reference room, then he's going to need my help. Okay. Will we be able to use Alice here? 5,500 more points are required. Damn.
来たっすね、カルディアのマスター君。ラジオのパーソナリティのように働くっすよ。ネタは新鮮なやつで頼む。
30 enemy with heaven attribute, 1 berserker. Okay, 5 heaven, 1 berserker, and 8 assassin. One berserker, so okay.
メス光女神警報発令。我はシヴァの光、ビシュヌの光、あまたの神々の怒りの光、マイシャースラ・マルディ。メッセージないぞ輝きの裁きの天より来た。いいでしょう。全真珠兵装の制限を解除。これはあまたの神々たちの怒りにして魔人を滅ぼす女神になるマッシャースラ・マルディヌイ。光を誇りにかけてひまばりの力を殲滅コース発射。メッセージ。女神警報発令。我はシヴァの光、ビシュヌの光、あまたの神々の怒りの光、マイシャースマルディ。聖なる水に貫く裁きの天より来た。アギの炎燃え上がる。やります。下がっているように突破します。そこ動かない。そこです。先に進みましょう。宴会は大勝利の後に取っておきます。
Okay, we should have enough now.
お互いの安全のためだ。インフォメーションは見ておいてくれ。青崎相手に聞いてないわ。次の依頼だ。焦らず一休みしてから取り掛かろう。次の依頼だ。焦らず一休みしてから取り掛かろう。さらにいいものをもらってしまった。この旅館優良企業の疑いがある。
Okay.
やったぞマスター。事件発生だ。これはボーナスの予感。
Oh, hello. Excellent timing. I thought something seemed off in the reference room, and when I went to investigate, I heard disturbing noises coming from inside. The devil's classroom must have begun. There was a guest in there too. Karen, I believe her name was. She still hasn't come out, poor thing. I'm afraid evil spirits might have possessed her or even eaten her outright. As guests yourselves, you are of course under no obligations to help her, but I really don't trust this guy at all, but of course we'll save her. Wonderful. Then let me give you one piece of advice. Try not to destroy any of the dolls. Of course, that may be easier said than done, but it's easier said than done. After all, inside, it's already. Oh. Oh, they are floating. The dolls are floating. These are poltergeists. I saw them all. I saw them all the time at the Koji estate. Don't worry, you can touch the floating objects without them possessing you too. Just move out of the way if they fly at you and you'll be fine. The real problem is... I see. You have some new students. Welcome to the Devil's Classroom. The path of art is steep and treacherous. Its zenith will always be beyond your grasp, just like a sacred mountain summit. You can never hope to reach it, no matter how much you whistle your soul away. Your attempts to do so will only result in frustration, despair, and burnout. But now, I am here to free you from your suffering by turning you into mindless dolls. Fear me, for I am the most formidable of the big 5 ghost stories. I am God Karen, the devil of beauty. God, don't you mean devil? Devil of beauty. No, God, it's all right in the name. It just goes to show I am truly not a devil at heart. Not a devil at heart. Also, I'm sorry, as you can see, I'm not my usual self anymore. I didn't tell you this before, but Karen Hortensia has a masochistic medium's nature. My body has the laughably unfortunate tendency to be possessed by any spirits that happen to be nearby. So when I entered this incredibly dangerous haunted room, well, you can see for yourself. And now that I'm possessed, I can do whatever I want. In this room, my word is law. You are all going to be free. Labor for God, and there is nothing you can do about it. So many dolls. How are we supposed to defeat a god without destroying any of them? What a joke. I feel embarrassed for you, being so proud of such mediocre familiars. Familiars about quality, not quantity. Let me show you what I mean. Oh. Wow. Hey, I told you. In here, my word is law. Thanks to my perfect anti-ploic shock countermeasure. You'll never be able to awaken them in this inn again. And without your precious familiars, you are no more threat to me than the disrag you used to clean the floor. Now, go on, my devil puppet. Show these people what art is truly all about. This is fun. Okay. Cannot be set. Okay.
ガン首並べちゃってな。正面からとか行儀論。今度こそこれくらい余裕。 あれね、見つけた。円髄もらうわ。ドッカーン。せーの。
Okay, what? An obligation has been placed upon you.
アクセルやってやるわ。あれね、あれね。バン。止めて。
An obligation to use has been placed. Okay. Hmm.
今度こそ決める。全成功してくれる。今のうちに準備。白兵戦行きます。どこまで行けるか見つけた。あれね。
Okay. Let's see.
最初の底から今和の端へ。フレーン層をひとまたぎ。お待たせ。ちょっとだけ地球を救いに帰ってきたわ。スキャリ追加。そこ動くな。遅い。1光年以内の利用なしと。今のうちに準備。この時代だとこのプランよね。うん、やります。ストレンジダウン、チャームトップ、術式拡大、衛星電解放、バーナー点火。行くわよ。アースライパーターボ。遅い。発電途上ですので。あれね、サポートお願いね。止めて跳ねる。ディスターションスターナイン。遅い。乗ってきたわね。まだサポートお願いね。せーの。へあ。よし、吹っ飛べ。はあ、鐘の音が聞こえる。
Okay. Simple fodder fight. Three arrows. Ruler. Well, we have done it now. I don't know, I know we didn't have a choice, but still. Ah, what is this? I feel sick. No, wait, not sick. I feel like I have to make something. Where are the materials? Please, you've got to let me remake what I just destroyed. Yeah, I'm suddenly overcome by the desire to create. Go right ahead. You'll find instructions in the cardboard box. They are all simple enough for even a beginner to follow. Okay, so that's what Kashin Puji was talking about when we met her on the first day. Yeah. See, she made something. She told us something about like the inner desire to make something until to make something, but using our own materials. So, okay. As long as you completely replace the doll you destroyed, you won't have to worry about any curse. Yay! It's so generous of you to provide us the materials. Is it okay if I use this table? Great, just watch. I'm going to make some awesome dolls. They are not going to be better than mine. Time to break out the crafting skill Maria taught me. There, all done. Check out the pompadour on this puppet. Splitting image of the king of rock and roll, if I say so myself. Man, that was satisfying. I haven't done any arts and crafts since high school. Why aren't my hands stopping? I've already made 3, 4, 5 dolls now. 6, 7, 8, 9. Help! What's going on? You already made enough dolls to replace the ones you broke. Why aren't you stopping? Your dolls even look just like the guide says they should, unlike Aozaki's. They are not going to stop. I told you, they need to be completely replaced. The sculptor who died in this room was a god-given genius, and your replica need to be equally perfect down to the millimeter. And what makes an artist perfect? Flawless repetition of every movement. That's right, to be identical, it's not enough for them to be shaped the same. The actions of the people who made them also need to be the same. Art demands beauty, even from the very people making it. So now that we have made one doll, the other 9 won't count unless we make them with the exact same action as the first. That's right, and until you can, you'll be stuck here doing arts and craft for eternity. You'll be making meaningless practice pieces until your lives give out and your souls are worn threadbare. This is a whole new kind of hell. Ho ho ho! Maybe now you understand the beauty to be found in automation. Haven't you ever watched a video of something like, say, screw being made over and found yourself marveling at it? So what? The devil of beauty only cares about machines. How's that a victory for artist merit? Say whatever you like, you'll never be able to break this rule until you are as good as a machine yourself. And of course, humans just aren't capable of such precise operations. You're going to be stuck working here forever. There's 10 of them. This ought to break the curse, right? I'm sorry, what did you just say? He's saying he made something that satisfied your condition while you were prematurely gloating. 10 dolls all made with exactly the same actions, all identical down to the millimeter. No way, you actually did it. No, the devil of beauty is leaving me now that it's satisfied. So it's okay if I teach her a lesson, right? Especially since she's still dressed like devil. Alright then, you leave me no choice. I'll have you to bring out my final work. This is the demonically modeled holy grail model that blew even the devil of beauty's mind. You'd better give it a good rating. HG, holy grail, probably. Okay. Yeah, I can do this. Oh, this works. I'll put Sojiro in the back, Buzzet, Mushu, give them all the CE. Buzzet is too much, so yeah. Any 4-star? Nope. Okay. Shouldn't be too difficult of a battle since it's Fuyuki locked and all. Devil, divine creation, God Karen.
いつもありがとうござい
Ultimate
ます
beauty is another stop. Further abomination. Modification.
サポートして
うるさい
これくらいやれるわ
嘆きクイーンブラスト
これくらい余裕
根性はない女神で何かし破壊する
発展途上ですので今度こそ決める
静かにして私を悪魔とその通りよ原始の地獄に帰りなさい究極女神ビーム私は原始宇宙から来た女神一時の勝利など嬉しくもなくもないわ
Okay, very easy. Oh, where am I? Would you believe me if I told you it feels like I just woke up from a long nightmare? Fine, whatever. Just answer our questions honestly and we'll believe whatever you want. We heard that Buzzet and I were arguing last night. Do you know anything about that? Buzzet was arguing with you? Oh, so that's why you haven't seen her all day, I swear. I swear, she's just as much gorilla in heart as she is in body. A gorilla? What do you mean by that? She means gorilla have strong odds. Are very sensitive. I do know Buzzet went out last night, yes. And yes, she probably did argue with you. I can't deny that. She might have gotten violent either. The course this morning had his face smashed in, right? Buzzet's iron fist can even shatter concrete, so they could easily do worse to someone's face. Do you have any idea where she might be? I didn't before, but I do now. She probably freaked out after killing Miss Aozaki and decided to lay low for a while. I'm sure you'll find her sobbing like a small child in Hell's Pavilion if you want to go interrogate her. Thanks. Come on everyone, let's hurry. Excuse me, could I ask you something as well? What is it? How did he do that? How did he perform so many intricate operations like it was nothing? The devil of beauty did say a genius would be able to accomplish it, but I didn't buy it. That kind of thing shouldn't be possible even for a genius. Humans just aren't capable of replicating movements down to the millimeter. If they could, there would be no point in sports of any kind. So what kind of trick did he use to bypass this room's haunting? You said the only way humans can do that was through automation, but he managed it because he does anything but that. Huh? Human movements may seem simple, but they are actually very complex. Even the everyday actions nobody thinks about, like walking, raising your hands, bending over. Any person unconsciously coordinates tens, no hundreds of body parts to make them happen. In actuality, it actually takes tremendous cognitive efforts to manually replicate every single motion. People's body move on signals from their brains, but the cerebral cortex is inherently imprecise and tends to do sloppy work. It can manage simple calculations or make correct decisions. It even makes people's personalities fuzzy and incoherent. The only reason we are able to do these kinds of things without thinking about them, that is, to automate them, is because of the basal ganglia. Without the basal ganglia, people would never be able to live their lives as easily as they do. So what do you think someone's daily life would be like if their basal ganglia simply didn't work? Even so-called simple actions like walking or raising a hand would require extreme constant effort. Most people without functional basal ganglia would probably be stuck in a hospital bed or depending on machines to live. but not Shizuki. He learned how to manually move his body just as naturally as we do, as though it were nothing. Compared to most of us who rely on our basal ganglia's support to move our limbs and have no idea what our bodies are really doing. Shizuki knows that every bit of his body is doing. Shizuki knows what every bit of his body is doing at all times and is constantly racking his mind to move it. That's all that this comes down to. It's a mechanism that isn't artistic in any way, yet is still inarguably art in its own right. For Shizuki, replicating movements down to the millimeter is no different than breathing. This is more Shizuki. What you call it? More information on Shizuki than probably the whole novel, leaving out the last ending bit. Okay. Okay, let's see if she really is up. Yep, she's here, alright. Hey, you there, the pretty lady in the suit. We'd like to talk to you for. Aozaki, but I thought you were dead. I'm sure you're surprised, but please, take it easy. We don't want to fight. We just want to talk about last night. We just want to talk. No. Oh no, you are not fooling me. I could easily see Aozaki coming back to life just for a rematch. Besides, I knew what I was getting into when I came to this country to investigate a mage. The only way we are settling this is with the maximum effort and violence. I won't even demand one-on-one duel. You can all come at me at once. My mystic code is a counterpunch from the Age of Gods that can turn back any attack. Oh, but it is weak to curse, fear, and such, so please, don't use any underhanded methods like those. Okay, alter ego. There it is. First time we'll be using Alice. Okay, I don't think this should be that difficult. If she has instant NP, then that could be a problem if I don't one-shot her, but I don't think it will be that big of a deal. Okay, debuff immune and I won't pull back. Looks like
チョコレート
removed when in fear state. Okay. 3 times guts removed when in fear state. Okay. When death goes into effect, recover HP and survive. 5 left. Okay. Inflict curse to the target during normal attacks. Okay.
夜の遠く近く
Let's engage. For a city or darkness.
ゲドゲド
Yeah. I don't need it.
静かに。いいわ。いいわ。ごっこ遊びをしましょう。太古の神秘、笑う決こぼれ落ちて舞台は終わる。つまんで間に合うフラットスナーフラガラク運がなかったわね。切り札こちらが先だ。流れる水のように切り札こちらが先だ。Long the bridges falling down 切り札こちらが先だ。今日神の
Seal designation.
浅い
There is the storm.
めくだってもに甘くないっすか？チョコだけに
今回だけよ。
どうだろう。
This should be a
開演の時に空を仰いで恐れなさい。マインスターの3つの奇跡、グレートスリークラットスナー間に合わなかっ
浅い
体の具合を見てほしい。攻撃は受けなくても殴るとあちこち痛むものだ。
I guess this is it for me, but it's partially my own fault for letting myself get rusty. I should have known better than to run away without proving my innocence. Fine, do with me what you will. I know all about the infamous Aozaki Toko, the puppet master. Go ahead, use me for whatever twisted experiments you like. Huh? Toko's my sister. I mean, did you see any puppets during that battle? Oh, now that you mention it, I guess it was more of a good old-fashioned brawl, wasn't it? So you really are not Aozaki Toko then? Hell no. We might look similar, but we couldn't be more different. Though, if you are fixed on her, then you must be a seal designation enforcer for the association. Seal designation. They say people like you are only around to make sure extraordinary talent stays safe. But the truth is, you are executioners who go around apprehending mages. So what's an enforcer like you doing at a hot spring inn like this? And why did you kill me? I knew you were going to say something like that. She's spouting and turning her back on us. What? Poor thing. You shouldn't have been so mean on her, Aozaki. The way she's pouting proves that she's innocent. What do you expect, Shizuki? AOKO can't help but pick on the weak. It's in her nature. Would you two shut up for a minute? I wasn't being serious. I was just trying to trick her into talking. I know you are not going to believe me, but I didn't kill you. But when I went to the bath early in the morning and found you dead, with your face caved in, I knew I'd be blamed for it, so I decided to hide. I figured everyone else would forget about me if they didn't see me for a while. That seems questionable, but hey, who am I to judge? Anyway, what about last night? One of the guests said they heard you and me arguing in the public bath. At the public bath. What were we arguing about? What did you see? Well, I don't care about the secret spring. I just came to soak in the spring because I couldn't sleep. I think this is, yep, towel sprite. Hello, anyone here? Yeah, it's just me. Looks like my plan to shake my claim late at night paid off. Spring of romance. That's so stupid. As if a hot spring could have any effect on your destiny. I don't buy it for a second, but luck with men is all a crap shot anyway, so I'm sure this will only help. There is plenty of time until morning too, so with this I'll be the first in the spring for huh? Are you going in? Then I then explained that no, I wasn't going to go in this spring and promptly left the bath. After that, I went back to the public bath lobby, laid down in one of the massage chairs and waited for morning. That was my backup plan, to take a perfectly natural morning bath. I then went back to the public bath as soon as it was 5 and that was when you found my body. Then you made yourselves scarce right before Alice showed up. That would definitely make you look suspicious, but you didn't actually kill her, right? Of course not. I wouldn't kill someone just for catching me tried to sneak into a secret spring. Did anyone else come into the lobby while you were there? No, no one. I thought that was strange too. But since there was still a corpse there, I had no choice but to run. Maybe we should ask the other guests their alibis. On second thought, no, there'd be no point. My first death could possibly be explained away as an accident, but someone clearly killed me for my second. The question is, how did the killer get into the bath? Exactly. I had my eyes peeled the whole time to make sure no one got in before me. Actually, I was wondering about that. Why did you leave AOKO alone in the bath? If you wanted to be the first to go in, wouldn't killing her make sure she didn't beat you to the punch? Because she was fully dressed. No one's going to go in a hot spring wearing their clothes, right? Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry for all the trouble my companions caused you. She really does regret her actions, so I hope you can forgive her. Hey, don't act like this was all on me. From what I hear, you gave them a pretty big headache yourself. Alright, no more fighting, you two. You two are both leaving now, right? Take care. Oh, but first, I have a question for you. The real reason you came to this inn was to go in the spring of romance, right? That's right. Bassett insisted that she wasn't going to die lonely on a potentially fatal argument. Don't be ridiculous. I just came here to make sure I was in good shape for my Aozaki Toko investigation. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm sorry for messing that up for you. You don't have to apologize. Last night was just a coincidence. Bad luck, that's all. Anyway, you said you're Aozaki Toko's sister, right? Then I think we should get going before things get really messy. Farewell everyone, and please don't tell anyone about what happened in the reference room, okay? Oh, one more thing. If you're going to continue with your investigation, look for my briefcase. It has all the documents put together for the stealth mission, but it went missing at some point. Missing? Do you think someone stole it? Probably, but it's specially made to be extra durable, so they won't be able to break it open easily. If you find it, you have my permission to look at its contents. The passcode is 2005 1028. Those documents didn't have any useful information for me, but maybe they will be for you. 2005 10/28. Okay. And then they left. So they were both completely innocent, huh? Then the killer must be one of the remaining guests and remaining uh, remaining guests or one of the inn's full-time residents. Among the guests there's a woman who claims she came here with her family on vacation. The man who gives off old-fashioned patriarchy vibe. What is that word? Oh, that's how it's written. Patriarch. Okay. The man who gives off old-fashioned patriarch vibe. The self-styled psychic with the hunting rifle and the inconspicuous yet suspicious girl. For the residents, there is the proprietor and the doll maker. That makes 6 suspects in total, and among them the ones whose true goals we still don't know. We still don't know are Fujinon and Sugidani. Do we know about Shikia and Shiro? I think she mentioned something about that. The one with the gun and the suspicious girl. Right. I'd bet they are here for omnipotent secret spring. The exorcism are probably just a pretext. Yoshisuke and Kashinko have been working at this inn for a long time, so they wouldn't have any goal beyond that. For the long time, so they wouldn't have any goal beyond that. Yep. And if 2 of the guests are just here on vacation, does that mean we should be suspicious of the psychics? Wrong. Ryugi and Shiro are the 2 shadiest by far. This inn's so well known for being haunted that it's on the brink of bankruptcy. There is no way regular people came here by choice for the hot spring trip. Anyway, we have narrowed the suspects down. If we split up again tomorrow, we should get pretty close to wrapping this investigation up. Are you girls listening to me? I was thinking about the example from before, and I don't see how wishing for someone dead to come back to life is a bad thing. Why would a wish like that cause the world to end? That's a good question, Mash. The problem is once you bring dead person A back to life, that establishes a new law of nature saying it's okay for the dead to be revived. From there, it's only a matter of time until dead person B, C and D come back to life as well. The more it happens, the less rare it becomes, and eventually the new law becomes permanent and normal. And then before you know it, you have a world with living dead people everywhere you go. Isn't there a term for that, AOKO? I think we saw it in a weird movie Shizuki brought from Kinomi. What was it called again? Dance of the Dead? No, Alice. You are thinking of Dawn of the Dead. Though it is definitely a classic zombie movie. Must be nice to be so carefree that you can just sit down for a tea like that. Like it's nothing. Don't feel like you have to keep her company, Mash. Not at all. I'm learning a lot from her. Alice's lessons have been a valuable source of mystic knowledge and they are entertaining too. Yep. The reference to her teaching about ploys in the visual novel. You see, AOKO, it's fine. Marsh still remembers her manners, unlike a certain someone I could name. Don't worry, we can still hear what you're talking about just fine, so don't mind us. Is that so? Alright, then tomorrow, let's go with the same team and talk to... Wait, we should have Alice stay here instead of coming with us. She can't use her toy right now. Shit, really? Yeah, I guess you're right. She's not going to be much help in Brawl otherwise, unlike Aozaki. Alright, wait tomorrow, you go with Sojiro and Aozaki. By the way, are we not going to go in the outdoor part today? I was looking forward to it. Ryugi's family is using it today. That's only fair. We don't have any right to monopolize it. Damn, too bad. Well, might as well call it a day then. Tomorrow is going to mark the Secret Springs tour's halfway point. Make sure you all get plenty of rest tonight. Okay. Cloudy morning. Ah, that's so loud. Why isn't the alarm stopping? Morning. Have any good dreams? It's your morning radio board here to bring you your daily update. Robin, how come you are not with Alice? What are you doing here? Beats me. All I know is I woke up here and I was already pecking away at your water bottle. I gotta have my water in the morning, seeing as I am a bird and all. Okay, I'm up. Oh, it's chilly today. Alright, guess I'll get up. It's chilly in here. So, how's the investigation going? Figure out who done it yet? You know, I got some ideas myself. Seeing as I'm Richard III, I usually forget things real quick but I just remembered something about this inn. I bet the killer's the one who makes all that noise when they move and spits out those nasty looking that sounded like gunshot. Senpai! That came from the public bath. Come on. Great. I had a feeling this might happen again. Oh man. Okay, another death. Mission 15. Okay.
仕事の時間だ。
Okay. 2000 points.
さらにいいものをもらってしまった。
It's
この旅館、
9,000 points.
有料企業の疑い。
Okay, so yeah, before I call it a day, there was one scene I forgot to see. Event quest log. Event. It was the last node. Damn, I forgot it again. The case of the murdered magician. I'll need to go to terminal. change the gender and I think there are no new dialogue, but the CG changes from Tobimaru and Sojiro to Alice and Aoko. 5, 6. Yeah, the dialogue seems it's same, so okay, yep. Oko and Alice. If Mush was here, that it would have been even more good. So, yeah. Okay, so that was all for today. We'll be continuing it tomorrow with the section 4, act 4. So yeah, another death has happened. So yeah, next time let's see if we get any closer to who the culprit is. So yeah, it looks like it's going to be of similar length to today. So yeah, 2 hours per act. So yeah, it's fine in terms of length. It's pretty entertaining as well. So enjoying it pretty much all the way through. I don't think there is any downtime which we have gotten yet. So yeah, excited to see where this story leads to, since we had some color during the scene in which AOKO was fighting the star. So yeah, tomorrow should also start with that. So yeah, we'll learn more about the star and what's happening with her. We have narrowed it down to Shiki and Shiro. So next one probably what were the 4 springs? The 2 are already gone, so youth and romance are already gone. It was the something like back massage, back destroyer, something like that was the 4th one. So I think the last one is going to be of Shiro. So next is probably going to be Shiki, or it could be of Sugitani, since we heard gunshots at the end. So yeah, thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow with the continuation of this event. If you guys liked the video, a like and subscription on your subscription would be appreciated. Other than that, see you guys tomorrow. Bye.